Alright, what's up guys? It is Johnny B. I'm here with another commentary, and this actually might be my last commentary for a little while. I don't know when the next time I'll do another commentary, but we have some Titanfall gameplay in the background, and this is not necessarily going to be a review, but more, I guess, my thoughts, my feelings on Titanfall, which is out for the PC, the Xbox One, and hopefully by the time this is out, the Xbox 360. And this gameplay is actually me playing on PC. So the gameplay and audio, real quick. Audio, again, I'm recording through my built-in mic on my MacBook, so if you think it sucks, sorry. The other thing with the audio is it's just something with, again, I'm kind of getting used to my recording and streaming softwares and stuff like that, so I'm still getting a handle on it. And in GeForce Experience, it said, I believe, what was it, in-game audio. What it really meant was my system sound. So I'm playing a game here with one of my buddies, so it captured his voice, but I had the mic off for me, so it didn't capture mine, so I went ahead and the parts where he's talking, I cut out the volume, or not the volume, yeah, cut out the volume. So if you're hearing, if you're able to hear the game volume in the background, if you hear some cutouts, that's what's going on. It's nothing wrong with the gameplay and nothing wrong with your computer or anything like that. You should be able to hear my commentary right now with no problem. Now the gameplay is a game from the campaign, and it is my very first flawless 10-0 game in Titanfall. I actually had another flawless couple nights ago from the moment I'm doing this commentary. This is actually, I think, the first time I've ever gotten a flawless in any first-person shooter, so it was kind of a big moment for me. But I also spent a fair amount of time, I would say at least half the time, in my Titan, so there's that. Again, to me, it's still a flawless game, so I'm not gonna get into too much into that. But we're getting to the meat and potatoes of this commentary, which is my thoughts on Titanfall. So now, what's my overall general thought? Do I like the game? Now, I've played roughly close to about 17 hours of Titanfall by this time that I'm doing the commentary. So I played not a lot, but I played a fair enough that I can formulate my own opinion on the game and my own feelings on the game. And I personally, I do like it. It's a lot of fun for me, and it's partly, I think, the reason why I do like this game. Now, I think that's what it should be about, is if you have fun with the game, more than likely you're going to say you like the game. I think that's what it comes down to. I don't think people play games to not like them or to not think, like, play games not for fun. I play games for fun now. I like to be competitive every so often, but for the most part I'm playing games to be, or not to be, to have fun. So I mean, that's one of the things. So I got some negatives and some positives. So let's get to the negatives. This is one of the big points that was kind of surrounding the game as it came near release, was its price point. I think a $60 price point is a negative, but a very small one for me, at least, because obviously I bought the game for $60. It wasn't enough to derail me from not picking up the game. I definitely think this is only my assumption. I'm thinking EA said to Respawn Entertainment, is like, nope, we're not gonna sell this game for $40, even if you want it to be. We're gonna sell it for $60 because you're gonna get the idiots like myself who are still gonna pay $60 to play the game, and I did. So it's a little bit of a negative. I would like the game to be cheaper. Even $45 would be nice, but what are you gonna do? Now the actual game, the kind of the gameplay. Limited customization is kind of something that's a negative. It's not enough to say. Again, it's not enough to say I would return the game, but some of the tier kits, like, they're essentially like perks. There's not a lot. There's a handful of them, and some of them I don't think I would want to use. So I think they could have gone through a better thought process of doing those. The burn cards are nice, but I don't think they're enough in terms of that. So the tier kits, there's just, again, just overall there's a limited customization. So maybe In the future, they can add some stuff through updates and possibly DLC to add more guns. Maybe add some customizations for your Titan, for your player and whatnot. So that would be nice. I don't know if they'll do that, but that would be a nice addition if they could do that. One thing that's kind of I think at this point they may have fixed it, but I'm not sure. I have to look into it. But the teams in most like shooter games, the teams get jumbled up. Like Call of Duty, for example, which is going to be the one that's always going to be referenced to this game. Every game, unless you're facing a six-man party or something like that, the teams will get jumbled up and kind of will be equalized. But in Titanfall, again, it might have been changed. I'm not sure. It doesn't. So if you go up against a team that's just straight up crushing you, they will straight up crush you for however long, unless you leave the game. So that's kind of a negative. Again, I've repeated myself again. It may have been fixed. I'll probably annotate it if it has. Last two things, just small things. I hate the smart pistol. End of that. The audio, the audio. There are times I guess the audio gets so crazy and so just completely nuts at times that it actually just kind of cuts out. So it's kind of like this muffled like silence, and I don't hear some of the cues from the game's AI. So on my positives, this is probably one of the things, and these are actually probably personal things. One of the things that I really truly liked about this game is it's fast paced. It suits my type of playstyle, which is I wanna go balls to the wall all the time. But at the same time, I'm also smart. If you watch a lot of my gameplay, I'm fairly smart about it. I want to be fast. I want to be running around, but I know when to slow down and take a second to take a breather and just say, all right, let me take a moment. Let me assess the battle situation. Let me assess what's going on around me. What's going on? What should I do next? But I do like the fast paced, and it is very fluid. I probably forgot to mention, if you're not able to figure this out by now, I'm playing on the PC, and I think the controls are just fabulously fluid. I played the Xbox One beta version of the game, and even the aiming there and just the movements were pretty fluid and pretty precise. But on PC, I definitely think it feels right. It just feels right, and going with that fluidity goes along so well with the parkour, and I love the parkour element in this game. The free running, just because the way you can chain it, and just the things you can do, like you can stick to a wall, so I can do that. I can stick to the wall. I can jump, parkour to another part, stick to that wall, parkour to another part, and just do all these other things, and it's just so much fun. It gets ridiculous. Some of the things that I try to do, which is a lot of fun. So I'm chaining all kinds of parkour stuff, and sometimes it surprises me what I do, just by accident. So I think the parkouring is definitely nice. I'm trying to find the word. I guess a nice, not improvement, but a nice mechanic to kind of freshen up the first-person shooter genre for me. Now the other thing is, I think there's a lot of good balance between the pilots and the Titans. Like, you think, oh, I'm in a Titan. I am in this big, gigantic mech, and I'm just gonna start stomping and crushing and destroying people. But at the same time, it's like if you're a smart pilot on the ground, you have a chance. Every time I see a Titan, if I'm prepared to take them on, I've got all the confidence in the world to take them on. Now, sometimes I don't succeed, but who knows? To me, I can take on a Titan if I prepare myself to do so. Now, one last little thought. I don't know if it's a positive or negative yet. It's just the campaign. Campaign is a nice little addition. It's nice extra stuff to play to get the other Titans. Actually, that's how you get them. But at the same time, I don't really know what's going on in the campaign. It's like I know these two sides are fighting, but that's about it. I just play the game. I just play the matches. That's about it. So the campaign, I'm not really sure if it's a negative or positive yet, but it's a nice little addition for the game. Now, to wrap up here, those are my thoughts. I definitely like the game. It's Johnny B. I will see you all later.